Hey guys, and welcome back to another Vanguard Zero video. And a new event has started. Um, Prelude to the Moon, I believe is the name of the event, and it features Raul Serra. He uses Neo Nectar, so it's more Neo Nectar support. Anyways, let's just get into the event, and I'll explain how I'll go about it this time. Before we do that, 3, 2, 1. Stand up, Vanguard. Okay. Alright, so this video might be a little long because today actually I'm going to be covering the story since I've managed to already unlock all of them. But before we do that, just gonna explain like I do every time how to play the event. Um, and this time there's something a bit different about the event. So before that, let me explain what this is. Those of you who play, you should know about character fights, and this is basically just that. It's character fights where you can get drops for the clan, and in this case, it is Neo Nectar. So you fight Sarah on very easy up until very hard. In order to fight, you will need these event tickets right here, and as you can see, the hard fight requires 8 of these tickets. You can get them through completing missions in the game or by just doing like character fights. Yeah. Usually you'll get a lot of these just by doing the character fights. So yeah, you collect these, you fight the character, you get drops, and that's basically it. Except for very hard. Very hard, you can only fight once a day, and you can only quick fight very hard. Not just by clearing all three missions, those 3 stars. Um, but you also uh, have to win against very hard like 3 times. You are guaranteed to get the triple rare, to get 10 triple rare materials when you do win against them. And uh, by the way, they also don't take up any points, as you can see here with the ticket here. Yep, apologize. I almost forgot what I was gonna say. Anyways, the other thing I wanted to explain is the um, event, how to get the event cards now, because it's actually different from before. Instead of you getting them through gacha, as you can see here, this event item here is what you use to open gachas. But these are all the previous gachas, but this time you actually have to exchange them for the event items here. As you can see here, triple rare costs 1000, double rare costs 250, rare costs 100, and commons cost 50. SP copies of triple rares cost 3000 of the event item. SP double rares cost 750, SP rares 300, and SP commons 150. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't really like this system. I mean, I don't like exchanging the event items for cards because um, they're a lot harder to get. If it was just gacha tickets, then it would have been. I mean, if this was just used for gacha, it would have been much easier. Especially since it is gacha, you are at least guaranteed to get cards this way. Um, but now that it's not gacha, you actually have to exchange it, and because they all cost a lot, like 1,000 is a lot. As you can see here, I've grinded a bit, and I've only gotten like not a bit. I've actually grinded for a while now, and I've only gotten up to 1,000, which means I can only get a single copy of a triple rare. So as you can see, it's much harder, at least for free-to-play players, since you can't just reset your stamina and then do more character fights to collect more tickets to do these challenge fights again. Um, yeah, so that kind of sucks. I honestly would have preferred gacha. I don't like this. But anyways, enough of that rant. This video is gonna be a little bit long probably, but let's get into the story finally. Prelude to the Moon. Now, oh, that was kind of loud. Sorry. I'm just gonna quickly like summarize it for you guys. Probably not gonna go through the entire thing like usual. Gonna speed it up a bit. But this is kind of interesting, so I'll leave this as it is. So it says here that at a certain time, through Vanguard, there was a young boy who saved the world, and that young boy's name is Sendoichi. However, now nobody remembers him. Through some strange power, all memories of him have been wiped from the world, and even my friends Tetsu and Asuka have forgotten about him. And then Kai, I haven't met him in a while, but I wonder how he's doing. I think he means I wonder if he has forgotten Aichi as well. Um, anyways, and there's only a few people who remember Aichi. Me, Suzuka Mori, Rent, and then yep, probably. And well, his thoughts are cut off now by Asuka. So yeah, he was basically just describing the beginning of Legion Mate. Right. So he's Asuka's just asking what's up with Ren since he's just looking out through the window, you know, just like that, thinking about stuff. And Tetsu informs him it's not the time for that. Someone has come to see him. That's unexpected for Ren. But anyways, he doesn't really wanna meet them, but he has to because they came from far place. Just who could this person be? Well, it's probably obvious. So this person's come to talk business with him, and he's kind of complimenting Ren right now, just saying that Ren's a genius and like a really good fighter. So he's come to scout them actually, and the word he used was like flap your wings from this country or something like that. And Ren is like, well, I don't have any wings, so how would I fly? Of course, the guest then laughs. You've got a good sense of humor. And yeah, it's revealed to be Raul Serra. Um, Basically, Sarah's here to try to get Ren to be part of the Sarah family. Um, yeah, and the Sarah family is like a really powerful family. Uh, Forgot where they're from. I don't think they mentioned it here. They just mentioned that Sarah family is like a pretty big thing. Sarah has and Raul Sarah has come to scout them for it. Ren disagrees. He's saying that however, if you've come to challenge me to a fight, rather than talk business, you've come to talk as a fighter, then I'll listen to you. So yeah, Rao's like, well, if I fight you, you'll be my opponent then. Ren's like, yeah. Well, in that case, Sarah's now suggesting, it's Alcom Sarah. Sarah's now suggesting that they decide Ren's fate through a card fight. If Ren wins, he'll leave him alone. If Ren loses, then he gets to be a part of the Sarah family. Of course, Asuka and Tetsu don't like that idea since Ren will have to he'll have to go like somewhere real far. Again, he does agree to that because he's taken a liking to the idea of the fight. But of course, probably just because he's confident that he'll win. We'll get to see that in the next episode, but that is the prologue to Prelude to the Moon. Okay, next we'll move on to episode 1. And it's revealed that Sarah actually loses to Ren.
なるほど。
It's like, oh, so this is what Suzuka Mori Ren can do. And it's like, so he's saying next time I won't lose. Well, Ren's just saying that Sarah's not a bad fighter himself. He's stronger than Ren expected.
ん
And now Ren's mentioning a certain person he calls he. Tetsu and Asuka don't understand. Sarah is quite surprised. But anyways, now he asks for Asuka and Tetsu to leave them alone.
わかりました。
And they finally agree after he convinces them.
あの、
And now Sarah's asking him about what he means by he.
そうですね。
And now he's talking about a certain person that's a good friend to him. That friend came to ask him for something. He could, and he did he refuse? I guess he said that he couldn't do it. Yeah. So now his friend has gone to a place he cannot reach. Obviously referring to Aichi and the moon shrine here.
ほ
If you watch the anime, then this is sort of like an actual, I guess, an actual prelude to that. And I'm pretty sure this wasn't in the anime. So that's pretty cool.
う。はい。
You know, it's like an added story that you can see here in Zero. Anyways, now Ren is mentioning that a bunch of top fighters from the world, such as people from the Euro League, and a witch, like a famous witch in India, which of course is referring to Lati,
はい。
have all gathered at that same place. And it's a coincidence. But of course, Ren and Sarah both know it's not a coincidence. Right, Sarah's rise right now is just pretending to not really know about it.
へえ。
Anyways, so Ren finally like catches on, or more like calls out Sarah by saying that the real reason he wants Ren to join the Sarah family is so he can leave the country,
へえ。
because he thinks that like if he's in Japan, then it'll be some kind of problem for Sarah.
はい。
Which of course at first Sarah plays it off, saying that no, we kind of just want you to, you know, get more experience or something like that.
へえ。
But of course Ren's not believing that, and yeah, Ren's there, kind of. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention this. They agreed to fight again, and this time it's through judgment, using Sarah's using his judgment. And if you remember correctly, when they use judgment, any damage you take is dealt to you, and then at the end of the fight, I believe all the damage from like both fighters in total, like, come to whoever loses. So it's a risk for both the user and the opponent. Anyways, so Ren can still take it because it's pretty strong. But Sarah's saying that okay, maybe I should make my judgment stronger then. And Ren's kind of saying, well, are you threatening me? Well, it's like seems like it.
そうですね。
He really wants. Sarah really seems to want Ren to leave. And that's kind of what they're talking about right now.
はい。
Ren mentions. Do you remember Aichi Sendo? About Aichi Sendo, it's like.
はあ。
Oh, sorry. I mean, until he mentions that, did somebody remember about Aichi? Saying
そうですね。
which,
はい。
I mean, he calls Sarah out now, saying that he thinks that somebody who remembers Aichi popped up, and now because Ren is here, they'll like Sarah's afraid that Ren will spill information to that person.
Aichi-kun.
And over here, Ren's having a flashback saying that, hey, Aichi, I'm pretty sure I think there's another way uh, to do this. And of course, the Aichi says, nope, there's no other way. Basically, what Ren is saying that if somebody new who remembers Aichi uh, is here, then it sort of leads to a new path that they can take to help Aichi out.
はい。
And he thinks,
いいえ。
and he asks Sarah, then, what do you think? Sarah says, nope, I don't think so. That's too bad.
うん。
So yeah, Ren wants to help free Aichi.
はあ。
And of course Sarah doesn't want that. And so
うん。
yeah, he's just threatening Ren again by saying, in this third fight, I'll make my judgment even more
覚悟は
stronger.
いいですか？
Now Ren is saying that, well, if you do that, then I'll have to get more serious.
そうで
Anyways,
すね。
and yeah, Ren says now he's fighting for a new path, a new possibility
スタンド
to
アップ
open up,
ザ・ヴァンガード
and they have their final fight. He says a possibility, but oh, my Wi-Fi. Anyways, says possibility, but it's more like he's betting on a new possibility. My bad, that was the wrong button. Moving on to episode 3. Ooh, someone got hurt. So this is real judgment. So how is it? Did it work? And yeah, we got baited at first. It turns out that it wasn't Ren, but actually Sarah who lost. And all of that damage
なんだ
came to Sarah. Of course, Tetsu and Asuka heard that scream and they show up. Ren just tells them now it's nothing. Sarah, of course, also says it's just business talk. Anyways, now Ren's asking Sarah to leave. Asuka's glad that Ren isn't going to join the Sarah family, so he doesn't have to go anywhere far. But anyways, Sarah's basically
うん。
warning Ren here that if you are prepared to go against us, then sorry, well, that's not what he meant. Sorry, he's saying if you're going to go against us, then you be prepared next time. And Ren also says that I'm going to stay neutral.
はあ。
And I'm going to stay neutral, and I don't intend to go against you
しか
guys.
し、
But
そうですね。
if I think a new path opens up,
はい。
then at the time I'm going to do what I think I should do. I intend to do what I think I should do, and even if that means I have to go against you guys. And well, yeah, then Sarah says, then be prepared, basically. So Ren says that, yep, I'm neutral right now. I'm not anyone's
Hi.
ally. I'm just going to, I'm going to do what I think is right. And yep, that's right. That's it. I'm not going to follow anyone's orders. So of course Tetsu and Asuka are still curious. They ask him what that was all about, and he says, well, not to worry. That's nothing. Of course, it's not really nothing. And what is he saying here? Oh yeah, it's just something about me, him, and my good friend, or something like that. So what is it? Yep, me, him, something only me, him, and my good friend know about. An important friend. Are you talking about Kai? Tetsuo asks. Of course, Ren says no. He's talking about Aichi.
うん。
Too bad Tetsuo and Asuka don't remember after all.
そうですね。
Right? So, anyways, if there is a path that opens up, then that means. And it gets cut off from there. Now we see Sarah here. Suzugamori Ren. He's a dangerous opponent. He's looking for a different path than what Aichi and the Quartered Knights have decided on. At this rate, he might spill some information to. He might leak some information to people who remember Aichi, and even Galliard, Neve, and Lati haven't noticed this, or Ratti maybe. Saying that it's a good thing I went ahead and confirmed this because his choice is exactly what I was hoping for. Yes, that's right. Everything is going exactly as I planned. How suspicious. It's almost as if Sarah is planning something, which really kind of spoils something. Anyways, moving on from that, Tetsu here says, today we've got 1,000 guests. You've got another guest coming up. Another guest? Did we have? Was that planned? It's like this guy doesn't need an appointment. Ah, well, this doesn't happen often. So, what are you doing here? Right, and of course that means it leads into the scene where Kai actually comes in and asks Ren about about Aichi. He asks if Ren remembers Aichi, and Ren plays dumb, saying no, he doesn't. And he does keep up the act for a while until Kai fights him. If you remember that in the anime. So yeah, it's actually pretty interesting because it does link to the Legion Mate story, and like it's something that we haven't seen, I'm pretty sure, especially in the anime. That's why I kind of like it. But the rest of the event is kind of, yeah, besides the story, I don't really like the system where you have to exchange cards for the gacha item. If the cards costed a lot less, then I think it wouldn't have been a problem, because they're quite tough to get if you don't use gems to reset your stamina and all that. Also you can't get more stamina if you're already on the highest grade, right? By doing the story, that is. And also because, well, there's no Sarah skin yet, and while I don't really like the character, I'm not crazy about him. I do think they should at least put him in the game, because it won't feel complete, without all the Quartered Knights there. Especially since he does have voice lines, and he doesn't have an animation, I think, but he does have a voice line and a Legion voice line as well for Martina. So it would be at least good for his skin to be there. But enough of that. The video's gone on long enough already. I'm gonna end it over there. And in the next
ここの
video,
ファイターの実力を実際に見てみたい。よかったら僕とファイトしてくれないか。
sorry, Galliard was talking. Anyways, as I was saying, so I'm just gonna leave I'm gonna leave it there, and in the next video, I'll show off a very hard fight against Sarah. Not sure if not sure if I'll talk in that one or just record me fighting without any commentary there. But anyways, we'll see you later. Before I end the video, 3, 2, 1, ride the Vanguard. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, and see you guys in the next video.